Size of prehistoric insect during Paleozoic compared to modern insects. I will also talk about something that have connection to this topic, like what will those insect size change while the time was changing, or what was the difference between the size of prehistoric insects during Paleozoic compared to modern insects. Something like that. The most common insect that we know about from the prehistoric. The first one was monster sea scorpion. The fossils were first discovered in Germany in 2007, ranging 2.4 million in length. In fact, a single one of these creatures were more than 45 centimeters long. The prolonged the seas until the primate extinction 250 million years ago. The second one was killer whale scorpion. It is thought to have ranged over 60 cm and less. It grew during the development period around 400 million years ago. Extinct would have been powerful enough to kill crustacean animals. The third one was giant centipede. Euphorbia was much like a modern centipede in shape and behavior, with the decision of being over 3 feet long. Fossils across of those species have been found across Europe and North America. It ranged about 25 cm in length. The first one was Camus rock. Camus rock could range 9 meters in length. Camus rock was probably the large marine predator during the Paleozoic era. The fifth one was giant dragonfly. Its wingspan can expand to 60 cm and its body grows to nearly 40 cm. The prehistoric dragons are thought to have gone extinct when the Earth's atmosphere started to lose and the high oxygen level millions of years ago. The last one was even more enormous caterpillar. It could range more than 2.4 meters in length, and the feathered creatures could be several feet wide. Anthropologists lived in around 300 million years ago. In this video, I will use the first one, giant dragonfly, to be the most example, because usually the scientists find the most information of it. In prehistory, dragonfly wingspan could expand 60 cm, and its body grew to nearly 40 cm. But now, the biggest dragonfly in England was only about wingpads was longer than 20 cm and its body grew to nearly 20 cm. The dragonfly in prehistoric and the dragonfly now body was more shorter, about 20 cm short, and their wingspan was about 40 cm shorter. In another research it writes 300 million years ago, insects similar to dragonfly had wingspan could be up to 65 cm long, but the largest dragonfly today has a wingspan of 90 cm. You can see how the oxygen important and inflow to this insect. The story was about John Harrison, and he was an environmental physicist who studied how insects function and trade with their environment, and developed those ancient giant insects for John Harrison. So he started to study why giant insects evolved and why they disappeared, and the answer might lead on how insects breathe. Harrison and his laboratory are finding that because of the way insects are built, higher oxygen level usually means bigger insects. Scientists found out that there was much more oxygen in the atmosphere 300 million years ago than today we have. The oxygen concentration in the air ranged 35%, almost double the percent level of 21%. The answer of this question was about the oxygen influence. So now the insects become very more smaller than the past. The prehistoric time it makes the insect size have so many differences. Prehistoric dragonfly wingplates could expand 60 cm and its body grew to nearly 40 cm. But now the biggest dragonfly in England was only about wingpad was longer than 20 cm and its body grew to nearly 20 cm. The difference between their size body about 20 cm and the wingpad was about 40 cm shorter. In another research, it writes 300 million years ago, insects smaller to dragonfly had wingspan could be up to 65 centimeters long, but the largest dragonfly today has a wingspan of 97 centimeters long. The extinction of flea monsters and dry mouse beetles after 100 million years maybe have the same result of decreased level of oxygen happen. Giant fish could have maximum their ability of breathe even in low oxygen environments. Their large size to high oxygen concentration in the atmosphere which allow giant insects to get enough oxygen through the tiny breathing and getting enough oxygen. The high level of oxygen in the prehistoric atmosphere helped those insects grow. During the Carboniferous and Permian period, atmospheric oxygen concentrations were significantly higher than they are today. Prehistoric insects breathed the air that was 31 to 35% oxygen, compared to just 21% oxygen in the air we are breathing. So the biggest influence was the oxygen in the atmosphere. If the oxygen higher, those giant insects will have enough oxygen to live. But now they didn't have those oxygen, so those insects that we see was very smaller and than those that we can see in the prehistoric. This was the link and the information that I used for this video and used for research. I thought this website was very useful and I learned many things in those websites too. So if you next time you need to do some summative project or research like me, you can reference those websites. It can help you finish your thing more quickly and more better.